5 more laps.
Look at that, he's just sliding him in there. Moved him out of the way. Teammates.
Allgaier into the wall. Briscoe through to second, and now Allgaier spins.
No. Hey, let me get Dale Jr. on the hotline.
You throw it in there, and then the more brake you try to use, the more that back end steps out. So there's a real fine line there, and it costs the 7. Obviously, the 9 is in the catbird seat now. It's his race, I guess.
Man, that was some hard racing between teammates.
Yeah, there's some other guys that are going to have some say about that when we get back to green flag action for a green-white checker, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be overtime for the 2nd week in a row. And salt in the wounds for Allgaier. Not only is he not going to win, he falls out of contention for the Dash for Cash at Atlanta.
That Xfinity Dash for Cash money is where it's at, boys. And unfortunately for Allgaier, it was just a costly mistake getting into
the outside lane, moving to the front, and he pops the wall. Gragson around. Oh my goodness, what a hit for Tommy Joe Martin.
Total carnage. Saw Noah Gragson get loose under
the truck there.
See him get loose right here, moving up the track. Across that seam is just the rest is history. Not a lot of damage out of Harrison Burton. I think he'll be okay right there. You can see Justin Haley, scars. Man, I don't know. You think that's a lot of damage on there. You see these 2 cars right here. Man, that was a shot right there. I think it knocked his hands off the wheel. He hit so hard right there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I mean, sometimes we see these wrecks and you think massive impact, and from a driver's perspective,
make quick work of those guys that stayed out. Anthony Alfredo, you know, he gave it a good go, but I don't think the old tires in that car is going to work out too well for him.
And trouble coming off of turn 2. A lot of contact.
Man.
And that's Gragson.
Wait a guys.
Two cars got together, and I thought the other one might have been Ross Chastain.
Whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So you see Anthony Alfredo coming back, falling back pretty quickly, right in front of Noah Gragson. Noah's trying to make a quick move to get clear, and runs right there.
You know, if there's one thing I know, Ross Chastain ain't gonna let off the gas pedal to let you in. That's one thing, and those are the things that you need to know about your competitors. And here's it is from Ross Chastain's view. The car comes right up in front of you. He didn't really have much of an opportunity to do that. Good job keeping it straight there, but a lot of damage on the 10 as well. You know, he tried to get up. We talked about how important it is to get to that top lane to go down the straightaway, and that's what Noah was trying to do. Unfortunately, it was a little too close, and
wow.
That's hard to tell. It looked like
he turned into him and turned him right through the grass.
Yeah, it didn't look great. I don't think Noah was attempting to run into him, but maybe didn't anticipate correctly.
You sure?
Looked like he intentionally ran into him.
Tires weren't spinning.
Caution.
They were racing for 8th. Both of them having, you know, pretty good day. And no denying the contact.
Yeah, that just looked so. It looked so strange. I couldn't imagine that he just ran into him, but kind of looked like he did, huh?
Yeah, you heard Derek Nealon say he just turned right. Looked like that to me too.
Now our camera folks, they've been here since early this morning.
Hard into the wall is Gragson. Not over. He stayed in the gas. Back into the wall he goes.
Caution. Inside.
Caution's come out. He's going to try to get to pit road.
Don't go to pit road.
And they say don't go to pit road. Caution came out. That closes pit road. He would have been penalized, but he's got a lot of damage to the right rear.
He's loose. Yeah, never touched him.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the show, how you'd be really surprised at what the car behind can do to the car out front. Getting on that quarter panel.
Herbst is in trouble, Rick. Big damage to the back of that car. As a matter of fact, it's almost all gone, as the 18 of Riley Herbst will bring out caution number 1 before the competition caution comes out. And big damage for Riley Herbst.
Noah right behind him. Yeah. We talked about the aggressiveness of Noah Gragson before this race started.
I don't get it.
I just don't get it 5 laps into the race why you have to be that aggressive on a slick racetrack with Riley in front of him. I know Noah didn't drive in there with the intention of wrecking the 18. We didn't see the last 2 or 3 laps. Maybe the 18 was holding him up. We only saw the end of the story, but definitely pushing the issue early. That was for the 10th position.
Look at these guys. Oh, Gragson.
Contact. Burton kisses the wall.
Both in the wall.
So does Gragson.
Those boys are going to pay a huge price.
We stay green.
Go time right here. Driving down into turn 3 with Gragson on the inside. He's trying to keep into the PJ1 spray, but that car on his outside took away all of his side force, and he's just going to get moved up, and then Burton's there.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. He drove it off in there. It's a pretty aggressive move. Fortunately, took the position from both of those guys and ruined their day.
Bottom line, just didn't work out.
Out of time. Desperation.
Moments ago, Noah Gragson talking with Harrison Burton.
Yeah, man.
Pushing.
Now, crew members do arrive. Harrison not backing down here. And now they're really going at it.
Yeah, they are. Those boys are going at it.
Michael and Nat came over. Here's another angle.
Hey, man, you hit me. No, man, you hit me.
Passion.
No, man. All that. Oh, man.
Friday Night Lights. Whoa!
Now, I thought in this era of social distancing and masks and all that, maybe we wouldn't have this kind of post-race activity, but you can...
Briscoe, see, and there you see the 9 of Gragson off into the grass.
All that work he did. Now he's got to go back and get all those spots back.
How'd it happen? Oh, he got hit by the 13. Timmy Hill moved him out into the grass.
Yeah, we've seen drivers race through there side by side. It's like Noah missed the corner.
I think there is a possibility.
Okay. I thought they were going to be pretty tight to be able to make it here on fuel, and there's trouble. Gragson around into Allgaier. What a hit for Hemrick and Cindric as well.
Just keep seeing it time and time again off of turn 2. These guys are struggling with it today. This one here, a number of the guys that we thought were going to win this race.
Yeah, who's not? These caution laps going to be huge for those teams out front. Right, exactly.
He's saving as much as he can right now.
That's Myatt Snyder on the outside of the 9 there.
Let's see another replay of that from another angle.
What a move by the one of Michael Annett to get through all that. He was right in the middle of where it all was happening.
You could see that Myatt Snyder was on Noah Gragson, but what you couldn't tell was the 22 pushing Myatt Snyder. Because it looked like they made contact and then they were good and then they hooked again.
There was 2 contacts that happened off the corner. The first one, I believe Noah looked or felt like he was going to be clear coming off the corner there, and when he wiggled just a little bit, they had the contact, and then it looked like the 21 perhaps got frustrated that they had the contact and maybe just finished the deal off here. You'll see that was the initial one where he thought he was clear, he wasn't, and then here's the next move, and that's the one that causes the wreck.
Yeah, but it looks like the 21 gets jacked up at the same time.
Perhaps the 22's right on top of him.
It's kind of like a chain reaction right there.
Brett Moffitt also made a really good move to get through there. Jeremy Clements in the 51.
Look at that.
Stephen Parsons in the 99 and Ryan Sieg. You know,
and he's got such a fast car and he's been such a good pusher. I don't know that I'd want to leave him. Oh, no.
And there we go. Crash through the tri-oval. Justin Allgaier involved. Brandon Jones got a piece. This is the big one at Talladega. Saw Noah Gragson sliding through there.
I don't think Noah's car is really tore up at all. Just flat tires.
Jeff Green in the 38 smoking. It's Noah in the 9. And Allgaier right behind him.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I think what happens is Ross there goes to make a move to the inside, and it looks like Noah was going to get to his outside. Ross pulls back up to block it, and Justin ends up on Noah's left rear quarter panel, which is a terrible spot to be. Yeah, you see it right there.
Yeah, you want to push on that right rear quarter panel. I'm with you. It looked to me like when Ross moved up, Noah maybe had to check up just a little bit.
Right.
And that's one of those instances that it's almost like you have a magnet on your two bumpers, and you're off the gas, and you're trying to slow down, but you cannot get off of the car in front of you.
Let's listen.